Hello, my loves. This is your Cancer season rundown. I know it's a little bit late, okay? But here we are. This is going to be fully loaded, but I will tell y'all we are doing pick a number readings. At the end of this, I have picked piles of cards for each of these readings previously um, before I started recording. So I've already got your piles ready. I haven't really gotten deep into the piles yet to give you guys the messages right away. We're gonna save them to the end, but I do want you to go ahead and pick your numbers. So you got 6, you got 9, you got 69, and you got 96. 6, 9, 69, 96, 6, 9, 69, 96, 6, 9, 69, 96, 6, 9, 69, 96. Okay? Those are your numbers. So choose accordingly. Let me put my rings back on. I was washing dishes, so I took my rings off and I put each one, because I just so happen to wear 4 rings every day. I put each one on a pile. So let's get into this because y'all attention span is short and I do not want to make this video long as hell. So Cancer season is indicative of the Chariot card when we talk about tarot. What does the Chariot card represent? Forward movement from the heart. If you notice, it doesn't really matter what deck it is. In the depiction of the Chariot card, there is some sort of vehicle, some sort of thing that's going to take you from one location to the next, and that is not by chance. That is by design, because the Chariot requires you to sacrifice, get in that new vehicle, and move ahead. It's the number 7, which I always tell y'all that's divine assessment. What am I leaving behind? What am I amplifying that I already have? What am I welcoming in? Everything requires preparation and examination, but once you've done the work, do not put off the new start unnecessarily. Okay, so once you've done the work and you're ready to go, jump. Don't overthink it. Don't doubt yourself. Just keep going. You'll be leaving behind a lot. However, you're moving forward into positive, progressive power and success. If you think about it in terms of the calendar year, right? Spring equinox is in March. We just had summer solstice. There's about a quarter of time in there. So how far have you come? And where are you still trying to go? What needs to be refined? The affirmation that I've given you all for Cancer season is I am putting my life in order and preparing for a new beginning. I'm ready to lean into the process and let go of the outcome. I have faith in my discernment and I trust that I will be wise in what and who I welcome in, as well as what I put out. Okay? So I'm going to say that one more time. I am putting my life in order and preparing for a new beginning. I am ready to lean into the process and let go of the outcome. I have faith in my discernment and I trust that I'll be wise in who and what I welcome in, as well as what I put out. That is your affirmation. This is 4th house energy, okay? So foundation, roots, safety, your home life, domestic life in general, your immediate familial environment, your bloodline, generational inheritances, your mother or your most nurturing parent, all themes that are going to be coming up as we move through Cancer season. Cancer is a water sign, okay? So we are focused on purification because this is a water sign that is associated with the 4th house. 4th house represents stabilization and foundation. Cancer also is a land water entity, so it focuses on revitalization, going into the water, going into the depths, cleansing, accessing the spiritual aspects of things, and then coming out and applying those things in action onto the land. It is a cardinal energy, so it does also initiate. And so taking the lead, taking action, making sure that the ball is rolling smoothly, and getting ready for that fixed energy of Leo to kind of come in and stabilize things further and concrete things, and then that mutable energy of Virgo to kind of take us to our last leg and then bring it back from Virgo to Libra, another cardinal energy, which is going to ground us and push us to a point of completion. Because once we move into Libra season, we'll be getting into September, which will have our fall equinox, and that's kind of another leg of manifestation, if you will. I hope that makes sense. Let me know in the comments, y'all, if that makes sense. So water, revitalization, nurturing, fluidity, depth, mysticism. Cardinal, taking the lead, being the initiator, getting things going. Okay. We're preparing for momentum. We're giving ourselves the nurturing that we need. We're taking the pointers that we need to take. We're assessing what needs to be assessed. And then we're taking little by little action before we start taking leaps and bounds. Okay. The sun is going to be in Cancer until the 22nd of July. Okay. Lilith is in Cancer. I made a Lilith in Cancer video. You guys go back and watch that video if you did not watch that video. But Lilith is in Cancer and will be in Cancer until the 8th of January 2023. Mercury is moving to Cancer on the 5th of July and will be in Cancer until the 19th of July. While Mercury is in Cancer, there's going to be this energy of needing to have nurturing, grounding conversations. If you don't have a bridge of understanding, or if you don't feel like you're being heard, or your emotions are not being validated, conversations can get a little bit heated and things can get taken out of context. So I would advise you, if you've already been on edge, to try to avoid having any deep emotional conversations during that period between July 5th and July 19th. But if you're ready for the healing, if you're ready to have the hard conversations and just restabilize, go ahead and have those hard conversations. It might be difficult in the moment, but in the end, you're going to need that like extra oomph to be able to come out of that. So I would recommend doing that. Venus is going to be in Cancer from July 17th to August 11th. While Venus is in Cancer, we're going to be very loving, very nurturing. We want security, stability, and consistency in love. It's not enough to just be all like willy foo-foo and sexual and sensual, and like we want the depth. We want the depth. If you're not, it's not so much like Scorpio that if you're not obsessed with me, I don't want you. It's more like, if you're not going to bring anything to my life to solidify the security that I already have, I'm really not interested in what you have to offer. I'm really not interested in adding you to my plate if all you're going to do is take away and all you can offer me is a piece. It's going to be a lot of that going on while Venus is in Cancer. And we also are going to be very intentional about being close with the people that we're close to. So if you're already in a relationship, you're going to be needy. You're going to want to be under your partner. You're going to want to make sure that you're solidified and secure within that relationship. If you're single and you got a little sneaky link, then you definitely going to be wanting a little more attention, affection, and reassurance from your little sneaky link, trying to figure out what y'all doing, where y'all going, what y'all trying to be. So if you feel yourself doing that and you know that you really are not ready for a relationship, dial it back, baby. Dial it back, okay? You're going to be really protective over your home and your children under this Cancerian influence period. If you don't have any children, definitely your focus is going to be at home. You're going to want to be home more often. You're going to want to be with your family. You're going to want to be with people who you really know, love you, and know you like the depths of your soul. And you're going to want to like reorganize and get your house in order. So I would encourage you all to do that. Some transits that are going to take place that I feel like are important. On the 9th of July, Lilith is going to conjunct with Mercury in Cancer. This is going to bring steadfast progression towards our short-term goals. If you're willing to express and be innovative as well as take action. So you should already be preparing for that. And by that time, it should be like a gust of energy for you to pull it on through. On the 27th of July, Lilith is going to conjunct Venus in Cancer. This is going to make us very charming, graceful, and collaborative on important matters of healing, community, family, motherhood, and the heart. So that can be a good energy, but it can also be toxic in a sense of if the mother energy within you or the mothers around you is toxic, it can kind of come out in that way of toxicity. All right, based on your rising sign, this is how Cancer season is going to pretty much affect you. Cancer is, of course, You guys, this energy, Cancer risings, this energy is running through your fourth house. So there's going to be an inner need for withdrawal in order to break old cycles and reemerge with confidence, grace. You want to really pamper yourself if you can. Lead with your charm, intellect, and beauty. It's going to take you a long way. You'll be thinking a lot about who you are versus who you want to be and how you wish to express that. And I would encourage you to make any adjustments that you feel necessary. And challenge yourself to look at yourself and adjust where necessary, where you want to improve intentionally. Gemini risings, you really want to be focused on balancing your finances, counting your blessings, and investing in your happiness. You really need to focus on gratitude as we move through Cancer season in order for you to get through. And in order for things to really work out in your favor, develop and refine your financial path and your fitness routines, okay? The more that you focus on your material security and stability, the better everything else will be around you. So focus on beautifying and enhancing your home and immediate environment, refine or add a fitness routine into your regimen, and take responsibility for irresponsible financial patterns and habits that you have not taken responsibility for, because they will come back to haunt you during this season, okay? Taurus, you guys, mindfulness is key, okay? So embrace some type of mindfulness activity. Take some time for yourself. Pay attention to what you're thinking, what you're saying, what you're believing, and what you're giving energy to is very important, okay? You need to put yourself on kind of a strict energetic diet as we move through this energy to avoid overthinking, overcommitting, and just not being able to focus, so that you can move through this with an energy of brainstorming and knowledge and mastery. You'll find that intellectual intimacy is most important in your relationships, and having someone who you can connect with on that level is going to be your main priority. So if the conversation is not there, you are not going to be interested, whether you're in a relationship with them already or not. That's going to be the key to building your close personal, romantic, and platonic relationships under this influence. Aries risings, the past will be coming up heavily in your mind, and it's important to rewrite your story and reestablish your foundation where necessary. You really need to focus on getting your house in order mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. Literally reorganize your home, cleanse, redecorate, and make your house feel like a home if it doesn't. Also, if you don't feel at home in your heart, I would encourage doing some heart chakra work for Aries risings. Pisces risings, putting together the pieces of your heart so that you can comfortably begin sharing it with the world again is going to be the theme for you. You really want to immerse yourself in new literature, adventure, romance, and you're likely to come into financial or material abundance as we move deeper into Cancer season, as long as you're willing to be creative, innovative, and expressive, and lean into that energy of like joy and freedom. Aquarians, you really are going to be focused on being helpful, resourceful, and receptive. You will be craving order and feeling the pressures of responsibility. So be patient with yourself, okay? And any additional irritability that arises within you based on your feelings of overwhelm, or just like pressures of all the responsibility that you're feeling on yourself, because you are going to feel a lot of pressure. You really need to allow others to teach, assist, and direct you where necessary, and be open to welcoming new, agreeable people into your life that can help you with things, so that just as much as you're giving into the world, and just as much as you're being generous, resourceful, and of service, you can receive that as well. Capricorn risings, you really need to ask yourself who you are in relationships and how you can love more freely. You need to be open to listening and asking hard questions of those close to you. Don't just be so set in your ways and set in like, well, this is how I am, or this is what I do, so you should just accept it. Like, be more listening and understanding of what your partner may want from you, or what the people close to you may need from you. Capricorn risings, this is for you. Be affectionate, understanding, and vulnerable in love. You'll be surprised by what meets you on the other side of that, okay? It's going to be very important as we move through Cancer season. Sagittarians, You guys need to make room for your passions, look beneath the surface in your thoughts and communications, and be willing to ask yourself the hard questions. Embrace the spirit of empathy and understanding, and just be open to being a little bit more vulnerable as far as your social interactions, not necessarily romantically. You are favored in attracting abundance through others under this influence, so don't be afraid to ask for what you need, whether that's borrowing money from a friend or family member, whether that's taking out a loan, whether that's asking someone for help. You're going to come up from other people's resources as we move through Cancer season if you're willing to be vulnerable and put yourself out there. Scorpio risings, it's really time for you to stretch and grow past your comfort zone. You're going to be pushed to stretch and grow past your comfort zone. And if you surrender and are open to it, it's going to be great. If not, you may have some issues, okay? You need to remind yourself that there is happiness and abundance in the unknown, okay? New information and messages will be coming your way very quickly, and you need to be prepared to receive them. Go out to places that you normally don't go out to. Allow yourself to be more social and engage in intellectual and artistic activities. It's going to really get you stimulated in the right way, which is going to help you be able to focus and progress to a higher level through this Cancerian energy. Libras, you need to remember that you are in a perfect position to get where you are going, okay? You may not be where you want to be, but you're in a perfect position to get where you're going. So get clear about the legacy that you wish to leave behind and the type of work that you want to do. Take action in nurturing those aspects of yourself and your vision, and lean into doing more of what you love, okay? Also, surround yourself with more people who do what they love, so that you're not around like a bunch of people who are miserable and then you're feeling miserable and it's just like a clusterfuck of misery, because nobody has time for that. And you are who you hang around, I promise you. Virgos, you really want to share yourself generously, embrace your existing friendships, and welcome new ones, okay? Men, strengthen or enhance your relationships with technology, and expect additional revenue, recognition, and praise in your work life or career or business. Leo risings, you'll be craving personal retreat and sanctuary. If you can take some time off or reserve some time solely for yourself, then do so. You may have some trouble sleeping or intense dreams, and I would encourage you to journal often during this season. Clean out your closets, okay, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Clean out your closet as you make room for these new beginnings that are coming when we move into Leo season. And this energy starts moving into more of your identity space, okay? All right, so in the beginning, I told you guys to pick a number, 6, 9, 69, or 96, okay? So, of course, we're going to start with the number 6, and I didn't use a spread or anything for this, you guys. I just pulled some cards from different decks, and I just did the numbers. So, let's see what we got going here. All right, so for number 6, we've got the Queen of Pentacles, we've got the Knight of Pentacles, and we've got the Ten of Cups. And I don't know why I decided to use my Menara deck. It's an erotic deck, so if you're wondering like what the hell are these images, they're a little weird, okay? They're a little weird, but someone just told me to pull this deck out, and I really don't use it that much, so I was like, I'm gonna pull it out. All right, so what this is telling me, first of all, is if you chose the number 6, this is a season that's going to really be about building for you. If you're able to maintain your security and stability, but you're also humble enough to be willing to take things in stride and learn, it's going to come with a level of abundance that you maybe weren't necessarily asking for, but that you need, especially on an emotional level. And it's going to bring that balance back to you physically and emotionally that you've been missing, such that you're able to trust yourself and find mental peace again, which I think is something that you guys have been kind of waiting for. You also have this energy of balance come through the shadow deck. You have health come through my numerology deck, the number 71. 7 + 1 is 8. 8 speaks to rebirth, new opportunities, new beginnings, shedding. So I would recommend that you be very intentional and mindful about putting in things to your routine that will strengthen your health. So some type of physical movement for your body, drinking more water, breathing exercises, things of that nature. You also have this new moon in Pisces energy come out. Meditate, contemplate, if you want to go back to Pisces season when we had our last new moon in Pisces, and think about where you were during that time, how far you've come, and what you need to bring peace to in order to still your waters and not make them so flippant. I would say definitely dive into that. That might be a journal prompt that you guys can explore. But yeah, that's what I'm getting for 6. And then your postcard from Spirit says, Dear you, there are times you get lost but refuse to see your part in things. It happens to everyone. Something feels familiar but sort of off. If you're feeling confused, it's best to throw away that map you're using, which only lets you navigate based on your past experiences. That isn't what you need right now. Instead, take a deep breath and open to the truth. Excuse me. A desire to stay in denial means that part of you doesn't want to be responsible for the pattern that's shown up in your life. Yes, this is the right time to wake up and start again. By the way, you'll always get another chance. You have unlimited chances to start again. We love you so much. We really do. Be gentle with yourself. Coming out of denial is like being temporarily blinded by super bright lights. Allow your eyes to adjust. Carry on, special one. A beautiful life awaits. Loving you so much. So it's like I said, it's understanding that you had to go through these hard times that you may have been going through in order to really put you into the position that you've been praying to be in. And now that you're here in this position, Spirit is saying, okay, you still have more to learn and there's still some trials that you're going to go through. But if you're able to maintain your emotional balance, your emotional and mental peace, and you're able to share that with the world, share that with others, not only will it aid in improving your health, but it'll improve your trust, it'll improve your bonds, it'll improve your bridge to abundance, pretty much. And I think that's a beautiful thing. All right, so next we've got 9. Let me move these cards out of the way and separate them accordingly. All right, so next we've got 9. Let's see what 9 is given. I kind of like this pick a pile, y'all. I might do readings like this again. Y'all can let me know how y'all like it. All right, so for 9, we've got the 5 of Pentacles, or the 5 of Earth. We've got Strength in reverse, and we've got the 10 of Pentacles, or the 10 of Earth. So what is this telling me? This is telling me that you may be in a position where you felt depleted materially, and you really didn't know how you was going to get out of that, and you felt like you didn't really have any options, but you had no choice but to stop praying and worrying at the same time. And you had to understand that there was strength in your vulnerability. You had to let go of the strength and surrender and just believe in miracles, believe in the impossible. You had to stop judging yourself and understand your connection with Source. And that bridged the gap between the depletion materially that you were feeling and the abundance that you needed. Okay, and I'm saying this in past tense, but this is really like what's going to happen during Cancer season, because it starts here with the 5 of Pentacles and anxiety. You feel like you don't have enough. You feel like you can't make ends meet, and you're judging yourself, and you're frustrated because you're like, I feel so weak. I feel so down and depressed. But you know what? I can't give up because I have too many things to do. So I have to keep going, okay? And I have to believe in the impossible. I have to understand that this is a season that's just happening for right now, and it's not going to be forever, okay? And with that, what's going to help me? Going into nature, focusing on my connection with Source, being a little bit more mindful about the things that I put energy and intention into, so that those things can reward me. And guess what? I see that reward come back to me tenfold. Dearest you, since you're on Earth, you understand how buildings are built. Yes, a solid foundation, and yet flexibility too in case of earthquakes. Truth be told, you can't offer something sustainable unless it's built from a solid base. Whether it be an idea that takes form one step at a time, or an actual house that needs a sturdy foundation dug, poured, and built. We want to remind you of this because you might need a little encouragement to see this is true in your life at this time. Celebrate the fact that right now, you can repair the cracks in the foundation of your life effortlessly. as well as do a general sight check to ensure your hard work is being well supported. Do this and know that you are building your life on a perfect and sound foundation that will allow you to welcome the many miracles waiting to come and visit. We're so happy for you and so intrigued by what you're building. Ashe. I love that. I don't even need to explain. That goes right into alignment with everything that I just said. So we're going to put these to the side, and then we're going to move on to 69. 69. All right, let's see what is given for 69. So you guys have been really seeking a sign from spirit. Like, am I moving in the right direction? Am I walking the right path? Like, is there something that I should be doing differently? And I feel like you're definitely going to get that during Cancer season. And not only are you going to get that, but you're going to get to play and be adventurous and be romantic again and just be kind of carefree, which I think is going to be very fulfilling within the heart and bring happiness and assurance and love, which is something that you've been needing. It's like you need to take a step away from work and career and responsibility and body and just focus on the heart, focus on love, focus on connection, focus on the water within, really is what I'm feeling for 69. Interesting too, because that's like the symbol for Cancer. That's really what's gonna fuel your happiness. I also feel like you guys need to be bold and be willing to make the first move when it comes to the things that you want and the people and partners that you want with your relationships. You have this cardinal moon card come out. I've talked about what cardinal means and Cancer being a cardinal sign. And that's really what that's about, being bold, making the first move, going after what you want with confidence and tenacity. You have this love partnership card come out of my numerology deck, and it really, again, affirms this season of love and connection and partnership for you. 2 + 6 is 8. 8 represents transformation, and I feel like you're transforming who you are in relationships and how you want to connect to the world and how you want the world to connect to you. You're changing and rearranging that in a way that's better suited to support your current needs versus what you needed in the past. And you may be feeling like it's impossible, like, okay, now I know what I want, but I'm never going to be able to get that. But guess what? Dearest you, miracles never run out. Look back over your life and you will see so many moments of synchronicity when all the right people, the right place, the right opportunities, and the right time just showed up without any of your help. Think back to how you felt just before a miracle happened. You felt you were giving up, but it was more like a gentle surrender to whatever was about to happen. We want you to know that miracles are being concocted for you, and you will never ever run out of them. You just don't get to choose how they come, who will deliver them, when they will show up, and what they will do for you. All of that is our department. Spirit knows what is best for you and wants us to be Spirit knows what's best for you and what wants to be expressed through you. You are incredible and amazing and a magnet for miracles. That would be a good mantra for you today. You are incredible and amazing and a magnet for miracles. If only you knew how much you are loved. Ashe to that. All right, let's go ahead and put these bad boys away. And then we gonna do 96 and that'll wrap it up. And you guys, I fully expected this video to be at least an hour. And look at there, we're just making it to 30 minutes and I'm almost done. I love it. I love to see it. So now I can give y'all maybe y'all's July video today too, maybe tomorrow, I don't know. But y'all know I'm gonna come and break down the astrology for July because July is creeping up on us, swiftly approaching. All right, so 96. Some things might blow up for you guys. And you're going to have to navigate this with a sense of detachment because these things need to blow up in order for you to cleanse and get to the abundance that you've been asking for. It's going to be uncomfortable, okay? It's going to really, it's the Tower, okay? And y'all know the Tower is very much a destruction energy, but it's destruction for the purpose of change. It's destruction for the greater good. So it really pushes you to move in a way that really shows you. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. My wife just came in here and unplugged my light. Okay, it's fine. Y'all can see me still. There's some destruction that's going to happen, some blow-ups that are going to happen, and you're going to have to learn how to navigate this with the sense of detachment, because that's the only way that you're going to be able to get through it. Like, you're going to have to move with a sense of pride, ambition, and detachment. It's really cleansing your road. It's cleansing you of this energy of doubt that has been really plaguing you and putting you in a position where you just feel like you don't know what's coming next. Communication is also key in Cancer season for you guys who chose 96. So make sure you're willing to speak up and be wise with your word. Understand that it is your sword and your wand, and you need to use it accordingly. I would also say there's this sense of like innovation, communication, ambition, and abundance that kind of are all going hand in hand. So if you can just silence the doubt long enough to tap into those things, Cancer season can be quite abundant, but just expect a little bit of upheaval for the purpose of cleansing, okay? Dearest you, we here on the other side have one important thing to declare. Love is the answer to literally everything. We don't necessarily mean romantic or erotic love, although they are wonderful, but something above and beyond that. Everything alive in this world was first created by love. Spirit sends love to animate life and birth it into existence. Love is without conditions, and it is based in reverence and fierce and joyful respect for life. Love thrives when you focus on it, and we want you to turn away from anything that causes it to wane. Love is when you no longer see yourself as other, separate from, better or less than, etc. When you act as love, you give permission to the world to thrive and grow as it will. Can you let go of what is not love and ask what love would do? Love is waiting for you, always and forever. We just adore you over here. Ashe, I'll leave you all with that. Happy Cancer season. Happy birthday to all of my Cancer viewers. If you need personal guidance on how Cancer season will affect you, you know what to do. Go on to 11moons11.com/book-online. You can book a quickie and we can talk for a quick 30 minutes, or you can book a soul session. I'll let you know your personal transits for this season, as well as any general divination or intuitive guidance that I may have for you. I'll catch y'all mañana.